One. Okay, welcome to the June Children of Light monthly chat just before our conference. We've got just a few days until we all depart and go to the conference in Castle Rock, Colorado. And it's going to be small and intimate this year, again, same as
Right.
last year. Um, I got a feeling that, some folks may have found other things to do or they just forgot it's happening or not exactly sure. I did read that Tana was asking about somebody leading the group. I'll tell you who the leader of the group is. Mosey over to a mirror and say hi to the leader of the group
Yeah.
because for the last 25 years, Michael has been telling us that we are the ones that are going to move this thing forward.
We're the masters. Yeah.
Yep, you're the masters, and it's up to the masters what happens. And as far as a leader goes, none of this work has to do with creating followers. Okay, it has nothing to do with creating followers. This work has to do with creating leaders. Just like Yahshua's teachings or Jesus's teachings, he didn't say follow me, he said be like me.
That's right.
So
Pick up my yoke.
pick up my yoke, pick it up and do something with it. Um, so some folks may be having issues with their self-esteem and not being able to go ahead and step up to a plate. That's totally understandable. We have a world that teaches you that you're less than, but this work teaches you that you are all you need to be.
Yeah.
So you're not better than anyone else. You're not worse than anybody else. You guys are we're all on equal playing field, even playing field. Um, I know people like to look up to other people, but it's time to look inside and look at yourselves and see the power that you are. So that's where the encouragement is going to be coming from this group that's putting on the conference. We're not necessarily leading anything. We just put it together. Some of us have been to a lot of the events, and we kind of have an idea on how these things flow. The mission is still the same as it was before. So on to how are we going to move forward from here? Gatherings. Um, we're going to do gatherings. However, I will encourage you guys to do gatherings the way Michael showed us to do gatherings in the past. Some of the masters found it convenient or easier to do multi gatherings. That wasn't what was given. When you do those multi gatherings, you lose a lot of stuff because there's other focuses. Anyhow, not going to harp too much on that, but if you're going to do gatherings, you might as well do them right so we get them done the way they need to be done. Hey, there's my camera.
Diane, can you mute your volume because you
Oh
have a
yeah,
lot of
I was
feedback
watching
coming.
TV in the background there. So
Yeah, thank you.
anyhow, yeah, it is kind of distracting. Um, as far as events go, Michael has requested that we go forward. He's fully aware of what's going on in each of our individual lives. He's fully aware of what's going on with who's doing what with who, who's running the websites, who's putting on the conferences, the trials and tribulations that come along with those things. Um, they don't really have much to say to us at this point in time. I know uh, if they had something to say, they most definitely would come and talk to Joe about it. But over the last year, and speaking with other masters and Joe, the reason why they're not showing up on a regular basis is because they don't really have anything new for us. They've given us about close to 30 years worth of
Yeah.
processes and things to do for ourselves. So if you'd like to join everybody on the inward journey, um, we'll be able to get a lot more accomplished in the years to come. And I hope it's not years to come because, once we gain a momentum and gatherings start happening again, the numbers that we need to bring us to where we need to be will be real easy. So just let somebody into the room. All right. Hi, welcome into the room. Uh, we're just talking about the event. Who just showed up with us? We have a Zoom user. Can you unmute yourself and introduce yourself? Okay, I guess not. All right.
Might need to tell them how to unmute.
Yeah, there's a little button.
There we go.
Hello,
Oh, here we go.
Hello. Who's that?
Laura here.
Oh, hey, Laura here.
I'm
Hey,
the Zoom.
Laura.
You said you were going to be busy. Fibby,
I
fib.
went to Sunday Salmon for dinner.
Oh, okay. Well, you
Yes,
made it
do
back
that.
in
I
time.
just got back and I knew that the meeting was going on, so I thought I'd pop it.
Excellent. All right. Well, so we do have some of the normal stuff planned for the event this year. Since it is more of an intimate setting, we're going to be doing some other smaller things, small fun things that uh, kind of help because we don't have as many people where the processes and all of the things that we're doing may take a little less time, depending on who's there and how long we go through Q&A and things like that. But this year is going to be focused mainly on the teachings and how to use them for yourself and how to, a comprehensive way of using the tools or using the work for yourself and helping yourself move forward. Because there was a lot missed. There was so much given in such a short period of time. There were a few things missed. And so we're going to go over a lot of that stuff. It'll be very educational. Um, I'll be teaching about the tuning forks and the essential oils this time, so I get really detailed about it. Also, having Diane help me with a lot of the teachings because she's been doing a deep dive for about 2 years now, and she's read the visits over and over. And she's picked out some things to do, and some things that we've missed. Um, one of the things that I think that we've missed in the teachings is why is it that we're doing this event in the first place? You know, um, a lot of folks think it's for self-healing, self-discovery, things like that. What's actually happening is we are bonding with the angels. They've been wanting to bond with us since our creation, since we became the affection of God's love. They've longed to bond with us. They can't give us the things that we need to do in order for that to happen unless we start doing some of the things that they've shown us to do. Each of the processes, as I call them, that they gave us over the years move us that much closer to being able to bond with the angels. Now, no, they're not really separate from us. However, since we've allowed this vibration to come in and give us the illusion of our separateness, it's become a reality on our world.
Yeah.
So the work is working on yourself. If you look at the Book of Bricks, all three blessings go to you first. If you look at the 7 keys, the first key is to love yourself, okay? And it's more of an introspective work situation. I know when people find this work, they want to go and pick up this package and take it to somebody. Oh, my Aunt Karen loves this stuff. They love Karen. Okay. Karen's not a Karen, by the way. My aunt loves this stuff. I'm going to show her about the angels. No, that's not what we're doing with this stuff. When you get this information, give it to yourself. It's not for somebody else. When you come upon Joe's website or the master's website, angelicgate.com, you you can download the book and read that, and it's really speaking to you individually, not your cousin Clara, you know. So now that you've got the gist of that, hopefully we could start reeling it in and starting to realize that it's not about what somebody else is doing. It's not about what somebody else said to you 10 years ago. It's not about what anything. It really is not about anything other than your personal relationship with the universe and how you're going to learn how to interact with yourself so that you can have a really cool life. It's more about living life and being authentically you. That's what I was looking for. That's what the work does, is it teaches you how to be authentically you. Yeah, some people already know how to be authentically themselves. However, there's always room for improvement. So that's the gist of this stuff. Now, as far as the event goes, we're going to do the 16th is a travel day. We'll all get there get set up. If you have a booth, you set your booth up that day. Get your hotel room, get settled, get the lay of the land, find out where the hotel or the restaurants are or whatever, where the food is. Excuse me, I'm getting over a chest thing. Anyhow, we are going to be doing a group dinner on the night of the formation. Um, but Laura and Diane and I have put together a flow to the week so that it goes the way that Joe basically used to set it
I'm
up,
working on it.
giving us a giving us a good thumbnail sketch on how to do this thing. So, um, I've been lucky enough to go to a lot of the events. If I've been to all of them actually, and I've been behind the scenes, I've been in the audience, I've done every aspect of this work. So it kind of gives me an idea of how this thing is going to flow. And my choice is to have the masters come in and teach, have the masters do what they do, because it's up to the masters. It's not up to just one person, and not just one person has all the answers to this work. So some people have their interpretations of it, and some of it works and some of it don't. Michael gave us a hint probably 2008, 2009, where somebody wanted to come in and do some things, and Michael said, well, there'll be one of two things that happen. Either it works or it doesn't work. Go with what works. And that's pretty much how this thing is. I wish we had an instruction manual as to how to do a step by step of everything. We don't really have that. We do have the Book of Bricks. We have the Seven Keys. We have the Principles of Mastery. We have the Paths to Wisdom. And those in itself are quite a bit. So that's what's going on with the event this year. Thursday is going to be like a mental aspect. No, wait a minute. I'm sorry. Wednesday will be our mental. Thursday will be our emotional. Friday will be our physical, and then Saturday will be our spiritual when we do the formation. So, and every spot in the formation is an excellent spot to be in. There's no special spots. There's no, this person's higher than that person. Yes, we do have a spot for the person that's carrying the Shekinah energy. And yes, we have the spot for the person that's carrying the Metatron energy. Until we get those things sorted out, we'll have those people carrying those until they don't do it any longer. So, having a lack of visits from Michael kind of gives us he's probably trying to give us a hint that, use what you got, because they already gave us everything that they have.
Plenty there. There's plenty there.
Plenty, plenty. I mean, just Diane has been digging into this for a good solid 2 years, and I'm watching this flower just go bloom right in front of me, and she'll give me calls every once in a while, realizing what she's reading, realizing what she's getting. If you really want to grasp this work and really know what this work is about, read the visits. All of the information is in there. Yes, there are things where Joe was to teach stuff in a class, but we have masters that went to those classes and learned those things. And there's a reason why they taught them in those scenarios, okay, in that situation, in a classroom environment, because a lot of this stuff is hands-on.
Yes.
You can't apply an oil from New York to San Francisco. It's not going to happen. You can ring a tuning fork and it'll go over the phone lines. However, we have tuning forks that cancel out over electrical equipment. So there's that. We have things that she's reminded us of is our 40-day tuning. You can do the seven church oils every 40 days. You start on a Sunday with Smyrna, Monday, Ephesus, Tuesday, Pergamum, Wednesday, and so on and so forth. I need a drink. What that does is it gives you the giftedness of each of those seven churches without the benefit of the trap. Now, why did I say the benefit of the trap? The church that you are as has gifts and attributes and traps that you can fall into. The trap is actually a very beneficial thing because that's the where the growth is. There's no growth in your giftedness. The growth is within your trap. And we don't like being in our trap. So how do you get out of your trap? You give yourself your gift. It's really simple. It's not rocket science, and it's so easy that anybody could do this stuff. So uh we don't have really very many speakers. We have Larry that's going to be teaching the process that he showed me at a class a few years ago. And I was quite impressed with it, and I wanted him to expand on it. However, we ran out of time that day. So 2 years later, I'm having him teach it again so I can grasp it. And I wanted everybody else to grasp it.
All is in divine order.
All's in divine order. Yes. Yes. So, Diane, do you have anything to contribute, even though you have a TV on in your background?
Well, the only thing is just, to me, is this conference is going to be a teaching conference so that we can all, from the beginning all the way to the end, we're going to try to cover as much as possible and how it was given by the angels so that we're all on the same page. Hopefully this will help everyone, give them confidence to be able to talk to other people about the work and the forks and the oils and the processes and what they can do for you. So like I said, it's going to be a teaching conference so that we will know as much as possible. And questions, if people ask you questions, bring them to the that you can't answer, bring them to the conference, those questions, and we'll do our best to answer them, you know, from the angelic aspect, you know, what the angels have said about these things. So that's pretty much it. So Joe's back and watching his TV. I gotta go. Hold on. I'm gonna unmute or mute.
Okay. So there you have it. Yeah, it's going to be a little more than basic. It's going to be the basic, the intermediate, and the advanced all in one. And I know the folks coming will be able to grasp this thing. We are going to have some new people there that have not been gathered, that have read the books, that have some of the products, some of the things that we use for healing. So, you know, there's going to be a lot of repetitious type of stuff, but that's okay. The more you go over something, the more you have an understanding of it. It's like looking at something. You look at it and then you turn it around and there's something else to see there. So it's shedding light. You can't see the bottom from the top, but you can see you can see as you turn things and start examining them or go over them again. It's like any other teaching, repetition, repetition, repetition. To continue is what religion means. I think it's to continue. It's not a religion, by the way. It has absolutely nothing to do with religion. It has some sounds like it, but it ain't like it. There's no downside to this. The angels, when they come and speak to Joe, they say, teach only love. When they leave, they say, be at peace. And I think the be at peace part has been something that I've been really, really interested in the last few years, because it's so much easier when you can find the peace inside of yourself to absorb and look and see what it is that you need to do next in your own life, because each of you have an individual life that you have things that you need to learn, things you need to accomplish in our everyday life. The 9 to 5 thing, society pushing on you that you're your 40-hour job, or you are your job, or you're your education, or you're the car you drive, or you're the house that you live in. All of those things are plastic and phony. They're not you. Those are possessions that you've accumulated over the years. You're still a human being, no matter what. You know, the richest man in the world is no less human than you. The poorest man.
Some of them are less human.
Well, it depends.
I'm sorry. That
their
was
actions,
judgment.
I
That was
understand.
judgment.
No, that's okay. You can, sometimes we do that. Some people piss us off. And right now there's a lot of people pissing a lot of people off in the world. One of the things that the masters have totally lost sight of is that we can intervene and change what's going on right now.
That's right.
So if, some folks are profiting off of what's going on and they're fine, but some of the majority of us are not, and we're receiving the blunt end of what's going on. And it's going to stop. How soon it stops is entirely up to the masters. Because when we come together, if we can reach a certain number of people with a certain number of energy, we can change things. Like we brought the world back to sanity back in 2007 when we had 480 masters standing in formation in Yellowstone National Park.
2008.
It was 2008. Okay. In 2008. So, yeah, 2007 was Ohio. I should remember I was there. It was a fun flight too.
Yeah.
We had weed cake. It was a long flight. But anyhow, the thing is when you're going through these processes, you become a little more vulnerable. So your sensitivity level may go up or it may go down. I don't know what it's going to be for each individual person. All I know is what I've experienced over the years and witnessing what's going on with these people when they get involved with the work. Some of them get very sensitive. Some of them get resentments. Those are for them to work on. What other people think about you is really none of your business. However, we can be there for these people when they come around and get back to their senses. And it's okay. Once you get involved in this work, you're involved in this work. It's like a Grateful Dead show. Once you're in, you're in. There's no back door. There's just the front door, and there's only one way in. And this work is it can be sensitive at times. A lot of times folks may not understand what's going on and they have to process themselves, and that's completely okay because that's what we get to do, a deep dive inside. We always look outside of ourselves to see what is this person doing? What is that person doing? Or they're making more money than me, or they're making less money than me, or they have a nicer house, or what? Who cares about all that stuff?
Right.
Really, some folks actually do care about that stuff, and it's a complete waste of time, in my opinion. But that's my opinion. You don't have to share my opinion. Or this would be, name something else, but it's not. It actually has little to do with me. I'm just the one guy that stuck around from the beginning until this where we're at now. Whoop-de-doo. And my goal is to place it into each of the master's hands so that they can do what it is that they need to do. If you don't like something, we can change it, but you have to participate in order to change it. Sitting in the back row complaining or gossiping about somebody is not going to change anything. Getting up, rolling up your sleeves, and getting in and doing the work is going to change your life. You don't have to
Like
change
Polly
it.
says, it's always an inside job.
It's an inside job. Yeah, Ken says that too. Ken says it's an inside job, and I believe him. Michael,
Sorry, but we have to get going. We have a dinner date.
no problem. Love you
Apologize.
guys. Glad you're here.
I'm going to call you maybe tomorrow or Tuesday. I got a couple things to go over with you.
Sure. Sounds
Okay.
great.
Look forward to it. Love all you guys.
Bless
Look
your
forward to
heart.
seeing you.
All right.
Bye.
You too. See you soon.
Okay,
Very soon.
very soon.
Yes. Excited.
So with that, you guys can see where we're going with this. It teaches you how to take responsibility for that which you do by your hand. Now, talking about that which you do by your hand, the Book of Bricks. Michael mentioned about 3 or 4 years ago that we're very good at two parts of the Book of Bricks. The BU, or no, CU is the first part. CU, someone who is crying, that they know that they're in pain or in joy. Bless their heart, and a brick is made. Okay. The BU part is BU so loving that you dry the eyes of the person. I can't really verbatim quote this right now. I don't have it in front of me, but you see where that's going. Then there's a third part. I by my hand. That's the part that the masters haven't quite mastered yet. So it's time to start doing things by your own hand and with love, with willful spiritual intent. Because a lot of people, I know in the spiritual world or in the spiritual groups I hang out in, they always talk about intention is so important. Well, I say, in reading this stuff for a long time, I'd say that it's only one part of a three-part harmony. Because Michael said, when we come together with willful spiritual intention. It's a very powerful thing. And that's what we use to conjure up whatever it is that we want to send out. Okay. You wrap it in love and you send it out. So, manifesting. Um, they've taught us how to manifest over the years. And a lot of times folks will think that, oh, well, I did all these things to manifest these things in my life and nothing's happening. You have to take action and you have to get up and do something for something to happen. If you just sat in your backyard and waited for it to rain money or treasures or blessings or whatever it is that you're wanting, you're going to be waiting a while. You have to get up and go do something. Gabriel said in 2002, faith plus action creates results. So you have faith in what's going on. Take the action, and then you'll get a result. If you don't like the result, try something different. It's that easy. So that's about all I got. I sound like a broken record. I talk about these things almost every time we come together. When the things that I see around me change, I'll probably change my conversation. But we're going to go that way, that way. This is the way to go. That's the direction you're going in, is into your heart. Because once you open your heart, you open your mind. You open your mind, you open your joy. When you're open to joy, you're open to creation. You're open to creation and you make something out of it, you ground it in the physical. Once it's grounded in the physical, then it's in service to all. Okay? So we have opportunities that nobody else is getting on the planet. Yes, there are other groups that seem similar. Yes, there are other people doing things. There's a harmony that's going to be created when we all come together in this grand formation at some point in time. Hopefully, before I turn 80 and retire, because the retirement age of this group obviously is 80. No, Joe retired at 80, but we were told that he would teach for a time and then no more. We're at that time now. It's at the no more teaching from Joe spot. We have people that are giving messages to the masters. That's all cool and groovy and everything. Michael has already told us 1,000 times that if he has a message for the masters, he will give the message to the masters. Usually when you're getting messages out there, it's for you. It's for you. We mistakenly think it's for someone else, but it really truly is for you. Unless an angel comes to you and says, write it down for it's important, and then write books and start conferences and all kinds of other stuff. There's a lot of work that's gone into the last 30 years. There's a lot of people that we've touched in the last 30 years. There's a lot that has been accomplished. All of the things that we've done is not for naught. We have thwarted a good many things. There was supposed to be more happening back in when the World Trade Center was attacked. We were supposed to have 4 attacks, but Michael said no. The masters started seeing what was going on and started sending love energy to that situation, and that 4th attack was thwarted. So you guys are a powerful bunch of people. We could have had more tsunamis. We could have had more tornadoes. We could have had more earthquakes. We could have had more life-threatening, world-threatening things happen. But since the masters decided to take up this work and do something, we're soothing out the imbalances on the planet. The littlest thing seems to be the largest thing. And the largest thing seems to be and I mean the largest thing as in the popularity contest that goes on amongst the sevens, or the need for significance that goes on amongst the sevens. There's no need for popularity, and there's no need for significance. There is a need for you to have the inward journey that you asked for, because everybody involved asked for this work to come into their lives, or it wouldn't be there. So, and it's not going to go anywhere. Karen, do you have anything that you want to say, or Laura or Diane?
Does anybody have questions for me?
I don't have any questions for you, sweetie.
Okay.
All right. So we're going to go ahead and wrap this up. It's only been about 35 minutes, but I don't know, I can't even see a timer on here.
I wanted to ask if Laurel Tinney was going to the conference.
I don't
No,
She's on,
She's having a lot. She just broke a lot of bones in her legs.
well, she did, but that's
Yeah,
been a
she
couple
can't be
months
there
now.
this year, but or contribute to group. You are contributing to the group, dear. When you do stuff for yourself, you're contributing to the group. Yeah, Laurel Tinney's answering in the chat. She's not going to make it.
Okay.
She had some accidents and she fell in her
Yeah,
room
I know.
trying to get up on from her
I-
desk. And
Yeah,
broke a
I,
bunch of
I
stuff.
saw, we went and saw her
Oh, good,
at
good.
the, yeah, Elizabeth and I went to see her.
Oh, good, good. Elizabeth
Yeah,
will be
we-
there for sure. She signed up yesterday.
Yeah, I know.
And
So
Pauline-
the lady who's coming from California, did you get that arranged with the
now we'll
rooms?
talk about that off screen, or when
Okay.
we stop recording. It was just an idea I had, but anyhow, I'm going to be driving out of here on the 14th or the 15th. I haven't decided which. We'll see what happens there. But
Okay,
anyhow, I'm going to go ahead and end the recorded part of our chat at this time and invite you to, even at the last minute, sign up for the event, drag yourself out there, come join the group, contribute your energy. Let's change and alter what's going on our world today. You know, if not this year, it's going to be next year. I don't know where we're going next year. I have an idea of what I want to do, but I'm going to go ahead and see what the consensus is and see what's available for us. Because if everybody's noticed, the prices of everything is skyrocketing and going up. So getting a room is not going to be cheap. It went up about $1,000 this year from last year. And we're in the same place with the same everything, and it went up quite a bit. So tickety tock, kids. You know, the sooner the masters decide that they want to have Eden on Earth, is the sooner we have it. And it can happen. It can happen, but you have to go inside to find it. All right. And with that, my blessings, my gifts, and my deeds are of you. Bless your hearts.